The darkest confession a priest ever heard. You won't believe it. It was midnight. The church was empty, silent, except for the footsteps of a man walking toward the confessional. What he whispered next would haunt the priest forever. Father Michael had heard confessions for decades, but he had never faced anything like this. Father Michael had served this parish for over 20 years. He had heard sins of anger, jealousy, betrayal, but tonight felt different. Something dark lingered in the air, an unease that made the hairs on his neck rise. He glanced at the confessional, its wooden door slightly ajar, shadows flickering in the small candlelight. "Forgive me, Father. I've done something no one can ever know." Greater than, "Take your time, my child. God listens to all." The man's hands trembled, his voice breaking with every word. Each sentence he whispered seemed heavier than the last, a burden that could crush the strongest soul. The dark confession. Greater than, I took a life. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, and I left no trace. Nobody suspects a thing. Greater than, Father Michael felt the cold grip of fear wrap around his chest. He had heard confessions before, sins of anger, lust, greed, but never like this. Something inside told him that this man's darkness was beyond human comprehension. Greater than, how could a man live with such darkness? How could God's mercy reach this far? You must seek forgiveness. Confession is your path back, even from the darkest acts. I don't know if I deserve it. I can't. Faith is stronger than any sin. You must believe in God's mercy, greater than the man wept, trembling. In that small confessional, something shifted, an invisible weight lifting, a sense of light touching the darkest corner of his soul. Father Michael remembered his own doubts, the times he questioned whether he could help the lost souls of his parish. He realized tonight that no darkness is too deep, if one has courage, truth, and faith. Greater than, the man spoke of his life, of the loneliness, anger, and fear that had driven him to such acts. Each word was painful, but Father Michael listened, patiently, without judgment. Confession resolution. Finally, the man whispered, "Thank you. I feel lighter." "Remember, my child," Father Michael said, "God's mercy is always closer than you think. No sin is beyond forgiveness if you truly repent." Greater than, the man left the confessional, leaving behind a silence that felt heavier than any words could carry, yet also strangely peaceful. Moral lesson. Father Michael never forgot that night. He had witnessed firsthand that darkness exists, but light can always break through. No sin is too great for God's mercy, but redemption requires courage, truth, and faith. If you believe in the power of confession, in the strength of faith, share this story. Let it remind everyone that light can always pierce the darkness. Father Michael never forgot that night. He had witnessed firsthand that darkness exists, but light can always break through. No sin is too great for God's mercy, but redemption requires courage, truth, and faith. If you believe in the power of confession, in the strength of faith, share this story with others. Click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new story that touches the heart and strengthens faith. And remember, the next confession Father Michael heard was even more shocking. Stay tuned for the next story. It's something you won't want to miss.